Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Scholastica, and in this channel I talk about nursing in the UK and life in the UK generally. So make sure you stick around. In this video we're going to be talking about how to make up to £5,000 monthly just by doing less work. Yes, you heard me, £5,000 monthly. So guys, make sure you watch this video to the end because I'm going to be sharing how you can double or even triple your monthly income by doing agency shifts. Yes, agency shifts. If you are a nurse in the UK and are not registered with any agency yet, you don't know how much you are losing, guys. I'm going to tell you what an agency is, how to find the best paying agencies, how to select shifts that is going to pay you higher, and everything you need to know. So first of all, what exactly is an agency and how do they work? So there are different types of agencies. There are staffing agencies and there are recruitment agencies. Recruitment agencies are those agencies that will go to your country or recruit you online from your country over to the UK here to work. And most of these recruitment agencies, they usually offer permanent jobs. Your employer pays them for bringing you to the UK. But this kind of agency that I'm talking about, it's not a recruitment agency, it's actually a staffing agency, but they use recruitment agency as an umbrella term. So what exactly is a staffing agency? With staffing agencies, they don't really have certificate of sponsorship, so they can't go back to your country and bring you over to the UK. Instead, they focus on those that are already in the UK. So how these staffing agencies work is that when there is staff shortages in a company or in a hospital, for example, during COVID, there were lots of staff shortages all over the UK. So during this time, those companies will reach out to the staffing agency and say, okay, I need a shift to be covered. Can you provide someone to cover the shifts? Now, this staffing agency will reach out to those nurses that are already in the UK that are registered with them. So they are going to supply these nurses to the company to cover the shifts. So now you know what a staffing agency is, or let's just say agency in this video. So now you know what an agency is and how they work. Let's talk about how you can register with an agency. For you to register with an agency, you need at least 6 months work experience. That goes for both nurses and care assistants. You need to have at least 6 months work experience in the UK. So if you are going to be registering with the agency under care homes, it means that you need at least 6 months work experience in a care home. And if you want to be going to the hospital, then you need 6 months experience in the hospital. There are some agencies that won't mind the experience. They would want to send you, even though you are registered with them under the nursing home, they would want to send you to the hospital. Some agencies are open to that, but they are very few. Most of them will just keep you in your comfort zone. So if you're comfortable working in the nursing home, they'll keep you there. If you're comfortable working in the NHS, they'll keep you there. So let's talk about the maternity pay, because I did a video recently about my agency paying me maternity pay, and you guys were like, how many years experience do I need, or how long do I have to be working with the agency before I can get maternity pay? Now for that, I don't really have a specific period, but I've been working with my agency for over 1 year. So I would say that for you to be eligible for maternity pay from your agency, you need to have worked with them for 1 year before the birth of your baby. Just make sure that you send your Mat B1 form to them, and then they'll do their own calculations and tell you if you are eligible for maternity pay or not. So in some of my videos, you've heard me interview some husbands, and they say that the easiest job to get in the UK is care assistant working under an agency. Now this is the kind of agency I'm talking about. They give you jobs when you are already in the UK. Now some of these husbands, or some of your dependents, let me not just say husbands alone, because dependents can also be wives. So let's say there are some dependents that will come over and they don't have that 6 months work experience. Yes, there are some agencies that will still send you shifts even when you don't have the 6 months experience, but they are very, 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 very rare. So what I'm going to advise is that when your dependents come in, let them just register for any care home job around, so they can just do a permanent job for 6 months. Mind you, they don't even have to work continuously for that 6 months. They can just like pick one shift today, pick another shift next week. As long as you've been under the care home for 6 months, that is your 6 months work experience. Even if you've only done like 10 shifts in the 6 months, that is your 6 months work experience. So let's talk about how you can find the best paying agencies. It's better for you to find an agency that is close to your vicinity. Now the advantage to that is that, for example, if I'm registered with an agency, let's say for example I work in Belfast and I want to register under an agency, it will be better for me to register with an agency in Belfast, because most of the shifts that these agencies will be covering will be from employers within Belfast. So just imagine if I'm living like 40 minutes away from Belfast, it means that when this agency I'm registered with have shifts, then I'll have to be traveling that long distance to go for that shift. So there's a link to a website that I'm going to leave in the description box. This website has a list of all the agencies that are in the UK. Name of the website is agencycentral.co.uk, and you can see that they have over 8,000 plus agencies here in the UK. So I'll go to the industry and I'm going to put in healthcare, industry subsector. I'll just leave it at all healthcare staff. Then I'm a job seeker, so I'm going to put find me a job, you're a job seeker, and then location, Northern Ireland. Employment type, I'm not going to put anything there, so I'll just leave it at any. Then search 8,000 plus agencies. Now from the search results, you will see that out of the 8,000 plus agencies, you have 28 recruitment agencies in Northern Ireland, and from those 28 recruitment agencies, you have 16 recruitment agencies found within 30 miles. Now let's see, there are a lot of agencies here. You can see the names there on the website: Direct Medics, Canaan Healthcare, Lucas Love, but I'm not going to be listing all of them. I'll just go to the website. There is a display phone number. You can call the agency directly, or you can go to the website. What I like to do is go to the website. So when I go to the website, I'll compare their pay. Now there are some agencies that will put their pay rates on their website. So when I go to the website and look at the pay rates, then I'll go to the next website, look at the pay rates. That way I'll be able to compare different agencies, and then I'll choose one or two agencies that I would like to register with. I'll go ahead and start the application process. I can start the application process online on the website, or I can decide to give them a call and get someone to get back to me. Now, after I've finished my application, I'm going to send it back to them through email. Usually, they will ask for 2 references, and that is why you need your 6 months work experience. So I know I said that you can work 10 days in that 6 months, but even those 10 days that you are working, you need to make sure that you have a relationship with them there. You know somebody that you can use as a reference. It will be better for you to use like a senior person. So if you are applying as a care assistant, it's better for you to use a nurse or your manager. And if you're a nurse that wants to register with an agency, then it's better for you to use your deputy manager or your manager. So by the time they receive your application, they've gone through your application, they are going to set up an interview. Don't worry about the interview. The interview is actually not difficult. I don't think I've ever seen anybody being turned down by an agency, but that does not mean you should take the interview casually. Most of the interview questions are going to come from what you already know, so just be calm. There's no need to panic. If you pass your interview, you move on to the next stage, which is the employment checks. During these employment checks, this is when they are going to be sending you your Access NI application. Now there are some agencies that will tell you to apply for Access NI on your own. Access NI is like a police background check. So before you work in healthcare, you need to do a police check, because you are actually giving care to most times residents that don't have capacity. That is if you are working in a nursing home, and they want to make sure that you are safe and you don't have any police history, you don't have any bad history, or you're not wanted for any investigation. You get the gist. After doing your Access NI, police checks and background checks, if everything works out fine and you are not wanted for any crime, then you can move to the next stage, which is the learning stage. So I know you already have your experience and you already proved to your employer that you can deliver safe care by passing your interview, but they are also going to assign e-learnings to you. Now e-learnings are like online trainings that you have to attend. Everybody does that, and for every training you do, you'll be awarded a certificate. Now this certificate is only valid for 1 year. The thing is that for an employer to actually give you a shift, your agency has to prove that you've been trained and you have the necessary certificate, you have the necessary knowledge to carry out all the duties that will be required from you in this shift. So that is the essence of this certificate. Your agency will ask you to complete all your e-learning trainings before they even assign a shift to you. The e-learnings, at times they are much. If you have a permanent job, some agencies will tell you to, okay, send the certificates from your permanent job, the e-learnings that you learned in your permanent job, those certificates, send them to us, and then we'll balance it up with our own training, and you only have to do the trainings that you have not done. So some agencies are like that, while other agencies will just say do everything. So guys, it depends on the kind of agency that you are registering under. Every agency is different. Now, after you finished your e-learnings and you've received all your certificates, your agency will check you out, which means that you've completed the application process. So they will tell you to come and pick up your uniform and your ID card. Once you've done that, then congratulations, you're registered with an agency and it's time for you to pick your first shift. Now guys, there are ways that you can actually maximize your time when picking up agency shifts. So most of these agencies have different pay rates for different time of the day. So if you are working day shift, your pay will be lower than if you are working night shift. And if you are working weekdays, your pay will be lower than if you are working weekends. So if you are like me and you want to maximize your time, the best thing for you to do is to pick the shifts that will pay you higher. For example, working night shifts during the weekend. You'll be surprised that if you work night shifts during Saturday, Sunday, you're going to earn more than if you work day shifts Monday, Tuesday. So just imagine doing just 9 shifts only, Saturday, Sunday, or just 9 shifts Sunday. You're going to be earning higher than someone that is working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday 9 shifts, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday day shift. The agencies usually have an app where you can put in your availabilities. So if you want to be working every Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, you can put it in the app, and then they will let you know when there is a shift Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. Or there are some agencies that we send a bulk message to everybody registered with them whenever they get a shift that needs to be covered. So just keep your eye on your phone so that you don't miss out on any shift that you would like to grab, especially public holiday. Guys, public holiday pays a lot. There are some agencies that are willing to pay you up to £50, £100 per hour during the public holiday. So just keep an eye out for those ones. Now let's talk about picking your first shift. After you've decided on the kind of shift you want to pick, and then you've seen a shift that you want to go for, what you have to do is send a message to your agency to tell them that you are available for that shift. They are going to tell you to confirm or acknowledge booking, and then when you do that, they will send you a timesheet for that shift. So when you are going for your first shift, you need to go with your timesheet. That timesheet is like a paper document. After completing your shift, you have to sign how many hours you worked, and then someone that works in that place where you just finished your shift has to countersign with you too. There are also some agencies that all these things are done in an app. So you just have to fill in how many hours you worked, and then someone will sign on the app in your phone, and your timesheet is submitted. But if you have the paper timesheet, that means you will have to email the timesheet back to your agency, and that is how they are going to pay you. Now, before you even do that, you have to decide on how you want to get paid. Now, there are some people that will say, okay, I don't want my tax to be deducted. I don't want the company, or I don't want my agency to be in charge of handling my tax. I want to fill in my own tax return, and then the agency is going to pay you in full everything that the employer pays. So they're going to just send the amount to you without removing tax. But I don't really think that is a good idea, because at the end of the day, if you make a mistake, UK government is going to be on your head to pay their tax money, because they don't play with tax here. So left for me, I just let my agency do everything, deduct whatever you want to deduct, and just pay me what is left. And even at that, I still make a lot of money. The amount of money I make a week working my permanent job is almost the same as what I make in 1 day or 2 days working agency shift. And when I go for agency shift, I don't even do much. What I do is to just concentrate on the medications, just make sure that everyone is safe, and that is it. But in my permanent job, there are so many paperwork. I have to do care plan evaluation, I have to do audit, I have to do that. Left for me, I will stick with just agency shifts, but I need the sponsorship from my permanent place of work. That is why I'm still doing that. But guys, Once I get my indefinite leave, trust me, I'm going full-time agency. That is where the money is. With that, I can pick the kind of shift I want. I can decide to work just Friday, Saturday, Sunday, off the rest of the week, or I can decide to just pick one shift a month, and that is me. So working with an agency, I have a lot of flexibility. Just like now that I have a baby, I can decide, okay, I want to just work 2 days a week, and nobody is going to beat me, because even with those 2 days a week, I'm making a lot of money. So why should I stress myself going for a permanent job when I can relax, no drama, just pick an agency shift? If I go to a home, I don't like it, I decide, okay, I'm not coming back there, and that is it. No extra baggage. So guys, I hope I've not confused you, but I have been able to convince you that agency work is bae. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, don't leave without subscribing. Click the red button below, look at it under this video. If it's still red, it means you've not subscribed yet. So click the red button and click the notification bell close to it, so you'll be notified when I drop more videos. Thank you. Bye.